Okay, this is a new to me Ford 7700. I'm gonna start out by doing an oil change, I guess. And I want to start it and get it hot before I drain the oil. So just check what's in there. It's full, and it actually doesn't look. Wow, it's a bit black right there. So I guess I should also just check some of the other fluids. Oh, okay. That's power steering. I'm not going anywhere, but I should have a look at what's going on with that. That's low. That's low. So I'm just gonna take a tire wrap and because it's good and sturdy, and see if I can't just see what's going on in there without getting in anybody's way. See where that fluid is. I want to let go of it though. Oh, okay. All right. We're good. Got some fluid there. It's nice and clean. So I'll swap that out later, just to know what I've got in there. I'm thinking I'm going to put ATF in there, work on Dextron ATF, but I don't know. I think that makes sense. One person on a forum on the internet said maybe use diesel, or sorry, the same oil you're using in the engine, right? So like a 1540 in here, just in case the seal goes, then you're not gonna be putting ATF into the engine. But anyway, so I'm gonna stick with ATF, I think. Okay, so that's that. I got a filter there to replace this one. This one looks like it says Baldwin. I'm not familiar with Baldwin, so whether it's aftermarket or whatever, I'm going to put a Fram filter on. I'm just looking here at the power steering pump. There's a rubber hose there that feels really brittle. I think I'll replace that as well. Not today, but I'll work on that. Yeah, so I guess I should check I should check the rad as well. Just have a look at the rad there and just see how the coolant level is. I have no idea. So up here and put my finger in there. Oh, okay, tons of fluid. That's good. We're plugged in. Warm it up because it's been a bit cold. It was cold overnight, and like around 0 Celsius. So that's cold enough, I think, when I'm not really sure how this tractor behaves. And okay, let me think. Engine oil. We're just going to warm it up and then drop the engine oil out and change that. I'm probably going to let it drain for a couple hours just to really let it run. I've got some straw on the ground, kind of like as a mess cleanup from a problem my skid steer had. I got a John Deere 317 skid steer, and one of the main hydraulic lines went one morning, and I dropped maybe 20 liters of oil on the floor. So I'll have to get this cleaned up as well. So when I get dropping parts, or I can find them, or it's also kind of a fire hazard to have straw just lying around. I think, where I'm working, if I get the grinder out or who knows what. So I'll do that. Okay, so let's open up the dry shed. I'm not sure what's going to happen there with your picture if you're watching. Probably the light changed quite a bit. Okay, so to start, only run this tractor a couple times. First time I drove it really was, well, here anyway, was backing it off the trailer. Let's see. All right. Okay, there we go. Floor's swept up a little bit and tractor's warmed up. I took it out to the end of the laneway and back, and I felt like the power steering was wobbling around a little bit, like drifting maybe. So I'll have to check that out later. Just be one of the things I guess I'll look into. But anyway, first the oil. Let's do that, and just want to see what my volume is. I've got this manual that came with it, so this is 1977. This tractor, this 7700, and I checked out the stamp on the transmission here, just above the step, right at the front of the transmission, and it's a C541 249. So that says 1977, which is pretty awesome. Come here, Oakley. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hi, bud. Yeah. Gonna help me change the oil? Get my white dog all oily. So Oakley's a Maremma. He's a livestock guardian dog. So he's running around with the cattle and the ducks and cats, and all the other animals are probably alive because of him. He's awake all night barking and chasing coyotes and stuff, and sleeps most of the day, but he likes to come over and see what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, engine with filter, 8.5 liters, 8.5 liters. So I'm going to put, that's good to know, I'm going to get that dropping, and I also don't know what the 15 16ths maybe, see what that is. Here we go. big this. So it's bigger. Maybe it's inch and a. Oh, it's bigger. Oh no, it is an inch. Okay. So down there. That's good. Let's loosen that up. Let's put you there. And back. So let's drop this oil over here. We'll let it drain for quite a while. There it is. Yeah. That's. I didn't think it was that black when I looked in the. That back just a little bit so it ends up in the bed. Okay, now shop rag. Nice shop towels. Yeah. I'm glad to, like, I haven't changed the oil or done anything. I've had this tractor here just a few days, less than a week. So I'm actually glad to see there's no water or anything in there. I guess I checked kind of through the dipstick. I wouldn't have run it if it was at all, you know, wet with condensation or whatever. Or at least I hope I wouldn't. Anyways, so there it is, running out. I'm going to let that go for a little while. And we'll put you right there. Have to remember that the drain plug's there. Now let's have a look at that oil filter. I should be wearing gloves, I guess, but for the amount of mechanical work I do, maybe it'll change in the future, but I just feel like it's such a waste of latex and plastic and stuff. Whipping gloves on all the time, but I guess I should. I shouldn't be such an old fart thinking like that. But, okay, now I'm going to get a strap for that, unless I can just turn it. Unless I can just turn that. It should be. Just turn that. Got it. Oh, frick. Maybe not. I think I'm a little stronger than I am, really. Cool. Canadian Tire strap on there. One of the many Chinese Canadian products, I guess. Stuff that's made and shipped here. Pretty good stuff though, I guess. Most of it. That will do. Finish it off. And I'm going to put a 1540 oil into it. Man, look at me. Oh, I'm going to have to check my filter. I'm going with what my guy had the guy bought it from Harry down by Waterford, I guess? Not Waterford. Maybe it's Watford. Anyways, Harry said, he's got written here, he did a oil and filter at 66, look at me, 66.27. Okay. We're at 66, 69. I'm going to do it anyway, screw it. So I'm going to drop, I just feel I should drop every fluid, you know, so I know. I just know that filter's probably still okay, but even still I'm going to do it. No hydraulics. That was April 10th, 2020. So that's a while ago. So that says to me the oil should go, but I don't know. It's not getting dropped out and changed based on hours anyways. So we'll let that run just out of there, and we'll get into this filter now. I don't want to make a big mess. I don't want to make a big mess. So, to avoid that, maybe I'll just drop this bucket closer. I have a feeling we're going to make a big mess anyways, but whatever. I've never changed. Well, yeah, it's just going to pour out. There it goes. And I'm looking stupid holding this bucket here. I'm going to keep this guy in case my filter's no good. And then I could have a look at what. Frig, it's heavy. Maybe it's full of crap. This is a Baldwin BT 267. It's a friggin' big filter. Big filter. Let that just sit there for a sec. And let's see what we got here. Get some green dripping down. This one switch to a clean rag on there. When I'm up by that rim. So let's see what my filter is. No, okay, it's a fair sized filter. A pH 977A. I picked that up because good old Harry, I should call this tractor Harry. Harry says, or actually it's probably not Harry's writing even, it's from way back. Somebody. They've got cross-reference D5 NN 6714A, which is the Ford part for the oil filter. He's got pH 977A, and so that's what I'm into. pH 977A. That's this. So let's just see. Oh yeah. I want to see. Yeah. So Harry's filter is stubby, and my guy's a little longer, but looks like I'm liking that filter. That'll be good. I'm gonna get a ear tag pen for the cattle. Where is it? Great. Where's my ear tag pen? There it is. This is used for writing in the ear tags, and it seems to last quite a while, and they lose their ear tags anyways, but I think the ink lasts longer than the ear tag. Anyways, I'm gonna put December, so piece. $20, $21 on that. Come on, you. 21, and we know what we're working with. I'm gonna take that right out a little bit. My ear tag pen is just about done, but anyway, I got it written on. So that's good. Now, I'm gonna run over and grab a little bit of oil. I'm putting some Rotella 10 or 15W40. Who doesn't put that in their old tractors? I think just about everybody, but not the newer stuff. My John Deere skid steer, everything is 10W30, like it's called 50 plus or whatever. And it's all 10W30 John Deere manufactures it. If you want to buy it from them, which is actually it's not that bad a price, but other people probably have their opinions about that. And get some of the shit off there. Probably clean this big pail too. Been sitting there for a little while. I always buy it on sale. I bought it on sale when I didn't even have a tractor that was using it because I was thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna. It's kind of dumb, I guess, but anyways. It's just what I thought. I'm like, I'm probably gonna use that oil. It's a good price, and I could. Don't tell Christine; she'll think that's so stupid. But there you go. Now it's gonna be used, right? So which one of these? Oh, use that one first. And what the heck was my? What the heck was my number for that? Here, I gotta screw that back on. For that volume, 8.6 liters? I was talking too much, so I don't even know. Hey. It was 8.5. 8.5 liters. Oh, okay. That's fine. 8.5 liters. Okay, now a little bit of oil that's, or not oil, glassware that's left over from my university days. I'm an educated farmer. I don't know farmers can say that, but unfortunately my education is more or less in biochemistry and not so much agriculture. But whatever, it's okay. I like to learn, it's fine. But that explains the glassware. I like to see in a chemistry lab, you don't just let it rip and think, oh well, that's close enough. Well, you could, but it depends on what you're doing. I like that. Oops, I want to put the graduations away from me. There. And I also just like using my old freaking glassware from way back. So there's a liter. Pop that on. There's a liter. Just put a little bit in there. That's gonna leak on me, but I don't care too much. I'll be quick. Probably soaking into that filter right now. So there we go. And get you there. Big frame. I probably put my oh yeah, there it is. Got my marker pen right where I can see it, which is kind of nice. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna let that drain for an hour anyway. I'm gonna wait till just every little bit's draining out. See if we can get some of the sludge out of the sump there on the bottom out of there. I don't know if it's gonna come, maybe, but anyways, okay, we'll get her going in a little bit. While we're here, somebody before Harry welded a plate on here so you could put a pin in and move wagons or whatever, buggies, and that's a good idea to have that, I guess, if you want to push something from while looking at it. And then the weight rack there, I really should get some weights. I think we're light on the front end. Okay, yeah, so we're heading here, I believe. Yeah. Drop you there, and then I clean my funnel. Where the heck are my towels? I'll get that towel back here. Shop towel. And we'll get pouring oil in. 8.5 liters, eh? I won't bore you with that detail, so we'll just set it in there. And I've got my little wire. Use that for my other tractors stuff. So I'm just sort of hanging it off this heater hose, and it was warm when it was running. So there's no heat in this tractor, so not exactly sure why. The fan wasn't working either. Maybe the fuse has gone on the fan or something like that. I don't see anything dripping or doing anything weird, so we'll just head over here and just see what this is going to be like. I'm hoping that it'll just start right up again, you know, and let it rip. I guess I'll get this out. If I don't pull that out now, forget about it and run it over and put oil all over the place. I know I will. Just know I will do that. And I'm gonna get that clean, free of oil in case it drips out of my oil filter gasket. I just want to know that everything's good in there. And, one of the chickens has escaped from we truly have free range chickens here, so there she is. Supposed to be over with the other chickens, but we got a free thinker here, right? Somebody who wants to do it their way. Well, that's fine. Go ahead, chicken. Do that. Okay. 8.5 liters in there. Filter on. Forget about that. And I'll climb out once it's going and just have a look at that filter. Let's get this rolling. Okay. So, what went out went back in, right? So we're good to go. That's great. That's awesome. I'm gonna learn how to climb out of this freaking cap. I mean, I can do my skid steer. I should be able to do this. But sometimes I wish I was smaller.